¿De dónde salió usted? Para toda esa gente que no sabe.
Oye, Puerto Rico, para todos lados que me quieran, yo soy. Yo no siento que yo soy de ningún lado en específico, yo me siento orgulloso de ser de esta isla.
Lo importante es que el pueblo está con usted o yo. A veces la mejor respuesta. Sin exposición, ni fama. Esa es parte de la cosa.
Jaron Ennis and Xander Zayas are locked into intense training camps as they prepare for an explosive matchup. Both fighters are pushing their preparation to the limit with training intensity suggesting a high-energy clash. Jaron Ennis is putting extra focus on sharpening his striking in training camp, working on faster combinations and cleaner timing. The goal is to increase his effectiveness in a fast-paced fight against Xander Zayas. However, Xander Zayas isn't bothered by Jaron's training and believes Ennis has rarely been forced out of his comfort zone in past fights. He adds that a young, fearless challenger willing to take risks could pose.
But what do you think makes Boots beatable in your opinion?
Everything. He's never been uncomfortable. He's always had it his way. He's always, had fighters that put up a little bit of a fight and then they quit. When you have a young champion that is willing to risk everything to go in there, man, that's scary. And he has me now in front of him, and he's gonna have to adjust because he's gonna be really, really uncomfortable come fighting.
Asterisk Xander Zayas points out weaknesses in Jaron Ennis' defense, claiming he could be caught with straight shots and hooks. He also highlights their similar size and athletic traits, insisting Ennis has never faced a fighter.
Without giving away your game plan, can you just talk about some of the strengths and weaknesses that you see already?
Man, he eats every straight punch. He eats every hook. I mean, I don't know. I mean, he there's a lot of things that I can take advantage of. I'm as athletic as he is. I'm as tall. I'm as big as he is. And again, he just never faced somebody like me before.
Asterisk. To overcome those flaws, Jaron Ennis has also added Sean Porter to his camp to help him out in sparring to get. Reflecting on that session, Sean Porter praised Jaron Ennis' footwork and movement, noting his sharp athletic ability. He also revealed that they went on to share several intense rounds together.
With Boots, we weren't going to show the sparring live. We were able to get probably about a minute and a half of sparring. DDA's up on the apron, and Boots saw that he had his camera up and he just didn't want it filmed. So we got a little bit. I told DDA, I said, "Yo, get his feet." That dude, his feet are just amazing, bruh.
You got great feet. So.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm looking. My stuff was different. He literally can just kind of dance and flow. It's really special to see his feet, the way he moves. But all that being said, I was able to get in the ring with Boots this past week.
Got in the ring with Boots. We weren't going to show the sparring live. We were able to get probably about a minute and a half of sparring. DDA was up on the apron, and Boots saw that he had his camera up, and he just didn't want it filmed.
He's never been uncomfortable. He's been hit, but he's been okay. I can still. He rolls with those punches.
Right.
Every time he gets his flush, you can see it. He gets uncomfortable, but then he gets back to.
Right.
And these guys, they don't have the IQ. They don't have the technique to keep building on that, right?
Right.
I do, and you guys have seen it. I build on everything. On everything I do is just something added extra to that layer. And there's no fights that you can tell me I haven't seen nothing new from you. There's always something that I get better at. There's something that I improve at. And this fight, I will continue to do that. Again, it's easy to be there and be comfortable with all these guys and be comfortable getting hit. But what when you're not? Well, how is your brain gonna tolerate that? How is your brain gonna react to that?
So we got a little bit. I told DDA, I said, yo, get his feet. Oh, that dude's feet are just amazing, bro. You got great feet. So, yeah, but I mean, my stuff was different. He can literally just kind of dance and flow.
So that day that y'all saw each other face to face at the press conference, what did you think?
Nothing. He not even big.
You don't think so?
He had on these Prada joints. It had these like little. He like a hill on the ear. He probably like the same size. He might be a little.
The first
bit
time
taller.
I saw him in person, I was like, he's bigger than I thought he was.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. So you looked at him, you said, okay, he got on those platform shoes or whatever. He ain't really that big.
No, I ain't.
He's confident though, right now.
That's good.
Absolutely.
And
absolutely.
There are some people that are using the size thing like you.
Asterisk that sparked a reaction from Xander Zayas, who questioned how Jaron Ennis would handle being pushed under real pressure. He insists his ring, IQ, and ability to adapt would take over once the fight shifts.
Shy away from anything. I want to be the best. I say I'm the best. This is the way you make it happen. They say he's the best. Let's prove it. It's only one way to prove it. We got to get in that ring.
Yeah.
At the end, it's easy to go on social media and talk all the talk. When we get on the phone and we make something happen, we want to make it happen. We want to make sure we make something happen. And all those guys, they always talk and go on social media back and forth. I give you one response and one response only. After that, we're picking up the phone, we're making a phone call. We won this fight.
Ooh.
And that's what happened.
You
So
think the back and forth, like online?
Asterisk firing back. Jaron Ennis brushes off the size narrative around Xander Zayas, downplaying any physical advantage being suggested. He makes it clear he is not impressed by the claim.
You're right. You got to give him props. When you have a built-in fan base, in other words, it's not just that you're of a certain ethnic or national group, but you're undefeated. You've been groomed and promoted as maybe the future star that group's fan base will follow. You're risking a lot because you have a built-in economic engine behind you. And when you're a guy who can be put in a position to pick and choose, and you choose Bootscape, what does that say?
Absolutely. This is a fight he definitely didn't have to take, man. You know, he's a 2-division champion right now. And for him to choose the toughest guy on paper right now, I mean, skill-wise, Boots, it's crazy. You know, it's crazy. He could have went a different route, but he chose the best.
Asterisk building on that. Max Kellerman sees Zayas stepping into a major risk by facing Jaron Ennis, with both his title ambitions and reputation on the line in a career-defining test. Asterisk.
Style. I think Xander is pretty technical, good foot movement. I think that could pose a little resistance to Boots. Now we know Boots, he's athletically talented, but his last few fights we have been seeing little shots get through. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't been looking as slick. He still has it, and he's still very dangerous. The power is there. You know, he's naturally bigger than Xander, I feel. But
Xander's a big kid.
he is a big kid, but no, Boots is big, bro. Boots is he's a big guy. So I think that it's gonna be a tougher fight than people think. But I am interested to see how Xander deals with Boots' power and his slickness. And I want to see how Boots deals with Xander's technicality and his defense, because Xander's defense is underrated.
Asterisk breaking down the fight. Bruce Carrington sees Xander Zayas' footwork and technical skill as real problems for Jaron Ennis. He acknowledges Ennis's athleticism and power, but points out recent defensive openings that could be exploited.
I think he's one of the most talented guys. Now, in terms of if you want to put it up with IQ, I think that he don't use his talent to his fullest ability, I would say. Because there's certain things that I feel like he would do that is unnecessary, you know, and then there's certain things he does that's just so sweet, you know what I mean? There's two extremes at times, you know what I'm saying? But no, Boots is, he's an exceptional guy when it comes to his talent, and I feel like if he was to really lock in on his fundamentals even more and really build the IQ, he'll be unstoppable.
Bruce Carrington praises Jaron Ennis for his natural talent, but suggests he sometimes leans too much on athleticism. He points out moments of brilliance alongside avoidable mistakes, arguing that sharper discipline and ring IQ could make Ennis nearly unstoppable. Asterisk.
But do you think it's a great fight? Do you think that fans come up and say, hey, I want to spend my hard-earned money, am I going to get something special this night?
I feel like that's an amazing fight, man. Both got some great skill set. You know what I'm saying? I like watching both fighters fight. You know, both of them cool. Both of them cool. I mean, anytime I have interaction with them, like, you know what I'm saying? Since I've been an amateur, I kind of knew Xander a little bit. And Boots, ever since I met him, he's been cool. But I thought this was gonna be a great fight, man. They both go put it on, and they both kind of young.
Yeah.
Both kind of young. They still got ways to go, especially Xander. So I'm just looking for a great fight.
Asterisk. Abdullah Mason calls the matchup between Jaron Ennis and Xander Zayas a great fight, praising both fighters' skill sets and talent. He adds that he has known Zayas since the amateur days and has had positive interaction.
Things being underrated about him, because a lot of people right away, they're like Boots, and you may be picking Boots too, but right away you said it's a better fight than people think. What do you think is his athleticism being slept on? I know you mentioned he's a big guy, but what do you think is maybe being overlooked about Xander that makes him really competitive with Jaron?
Xander, he's real good at one thing I always liked about Xander. He's real good at sticking to the game plan. Like he listens very well in the corner. You know what I mean? To instructions that's given to him. He's always in dog shape, and he's somebody that he has a lot of will to win. You know what I mean? Like you can always count on him to not fade away from the fight.